Hey everyone, welcome back to Alluring Atlas, your go-to spot for travel inspiration and tips. Today we're diving into one of the most beautiful and underrated countries in the world, Georgia. This small nation tucked between Europe and Asia has it all. Breathtaking landscapes, a rich and ancient history, and a unique blend of cultures that make it an absolute gem to explore. Whether you're into hiking, history, food, or just wandering through charming towns, Georgia has something for everyone. So let's get into the top 10 must-visit destinations in Georgia. Number 1, Tbilisi. Kicking off our list is Georgia's vibrant capital, Tbilisi. This city is a fascinating mix of old and new, with ancient fortresses sitting alongside modern architecture. If you love wandering through streets that feel like they belong in a fairy tale, Tbilisi's old town is perfect. Cobblestone alleys, colourful wooden houses, and street art around every corner. Make sure to visit Narikala Fortress, an ancient stronghold offering unbeatable panoramic views of the city. You can reach it via a scenic cable car ride that also gives you a bird's eye view of the city. And don't forget the iconic sulphur baths, a must-try experience where you can relax after a day of exploring. Atlas tip. If you're a fan of nightlife, head to Fabrica. It's a Soviet-era sewing factory turned trendy hangout with cafes, bars and street art, perfect for a laid-back evening in Tbilisi. Number 2, Kazbegi, Stepantsminda. For all the mountain lovers out there, Kazbegi is a dream come true. Located near the Russian border, this picturesque town is home to some of the most stunning mountain scenery in the Caucasus. The star of the show is Gergeti Trinity Church, which sits high on a hill with Mount Kazbek towering behind it. The hike to the church is an adventure in itself, but once you get there, the views are truly magical. If you're into road trips, the drive along the Georgian military highway is one of the most scenic routes you'll ever take, winding through valleys, rivers and mountains. Atlas. Tip. Don't miss out on the local mountain tea. It's the perfect way to warm up after a hike in the highlands. Number 3, Mount Kazbek. Next up, we have Mount Kazbek, one of the oldest cities in Georgia and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's often called the spiritual heart of Georgia, and when you visit, you'll see why. The town is home to some of the most important religious monuments in the country, including the beautiful Javari Monastery perched on a hilltop and the Stepantsminda Cathedral, which is believed to house the robe of Christ. The blend of history and religious significance makes this an unforgettable stop. Atlas tip. Mount Kazbek is just a 20-minute drive from Tbilisi, making it a perfect day trip from the capital. Number 4. Tbilisi. If you're fascinated by ancient history, you'll love Tbilisi, a cave city carved into rock cliffs. This ancient complex dates back to the early Iron Age and was once a thriving centre of pagan worship before Christianity spread across Georgia. Walking through its tunnels, you'll find ancient dwellings, pagan altars, and even an ancient theatre. It's amazing how well preserved the site is after all these centuries, and the views over the surrounding valley are spectacular. Atlas tip. Bring sturdy shoes. The terrain can be a bit rough, but it's well worth the effort for the views and history. Number 5, Batumi. Heading to the Black Sea coast, Batumi is Georgia's modern seaside resort city. It's a totally different vibe from the ancient towns and mountain landscapes. Think palm trees, beach promenades, and modern skyscrapers mixed with quirky sculptures and fountains. The Batumi Boulevard is perfect for a relaxing stroll along the seafront, and the Alphabet Tower is a must-see. The city also boasts a fantastic botanical garden overlooking the sea, where you can see plants from all over the world. Atlas tip. For the ultimate Batumi experience, make sure to catch the sunset from the Ferris wheel at the waterfront. It's a view you won't forget. Number 6, Svaneti. Now, for those who love rugged adventure and remote regions, Svaneti is where you'll want to go. This isolated mountain region in the Caucasus is known for its unique culture, ancient defensive towers, and jaw-dropping mountain views. The villages of Mestia and Ushkuli are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and you can see why. These medieval villages are unlike anywhere else. Hiking in Svaneti is a must, and you'll find some of the most spectacular trails in the world here. Atlas tip. Svaneti's isolation means it can be tricky to reach, so plan accordingly. But trust me, once you get there, you won't want to leave. Number 7. Vardzia. For our next destination, we're heading to the incredible cave monastery complex of Vardzia. Built into the cliffs overlooking the Mtkvari River, this ancient site dates back to the 12th century and was once home to hundreds of monks. Today, you can explore its rock-hewn chambers, tunnels, and ancient frescoes that have been remarkably well preserved over the centuries. It's not just a historical site, it's also a place of spiritual significance. Atlas. Tip. Make sure to bring your camera. The views over the Mtkvari River and the surrounding landscape are nothing short of breathtaking. Number 8. Kakheti. If you're a wine lover, Kakheti is your paradise. Known as Georgia's wine region, Kakheti is where the country's ancient winemaking traditions come to life. The region is dotted with vineyards and ancient monasteries that still produce wine using traditional methods. The town of Signagi is particularly charming, with its cobblestone streets, pastel houses, and panoramic views over the Alazani Valley. Atlas tip. Don't leave Kakheti without doing a wine tasting tour. You'll get to sample some of the world's oldest wine varieties produced in underground clay vessels known as cuvevris. Number 9. Kutaisi. Kutaisi is one of Georgia's oldest cities, and it's packed with history. Start with the UNESCO-listed Bagrati Cathedral and Gelati Monastery, two of the most important historical landmarks in the country. If you're into natural wonders, check out the nearby Prometheus Cave, a vast underground cave system filled with stunning rock formations. It's a perfect blend of culture and nature in one place. Atlas tip. When in Kutaisi, don't miss the local market. It's a great spot to pick up fresh produce, local cheeses, and traditional Georgian snacks. Number 10. Borjomi. Rounding off our list is Borjomi, famous for its mineral waters and lush green parks. It's a popular health retreat, and you can even drink straight from the natural springs in Borjomi Central Park. The park itself is a lovely place to wander, with walking paths, fountains, and even a small amusement park. For a bit of adventure, take a hike into the nearby Borjomi Karagauli National Park, one of the largest national parks in Europe. Atlas tip. Make sure to try Borjomi's famous mineral water. It's said to have healing properties and is one of Georgia's most famous exports. Before you pack your bags, let's go over a few quick travel tips for Georgia. The best time to visit is spring or autumn when the weather is mild and the landscapes are lush. For getting around, marshrutkas, shared minivans, are the go-to transport option for most locals, and they're super affordable. Accommodation-wise, you'll find everything from cosy guest houses to high-end hotels, and if you're feeling adventurous, staying in a traditional Georgian homestay is an experience you won't forget. In terms of etiquette, Georgians are known for their hospitality. If you're invited to a supra, a traditional feast, be ready for lots of food, wine and toasts. It's a big part of the culture here. And that's a wrap on the top 10 must-visit places in Georgia. From the bustling streets of Tbilisi to the remote mountains of Svaneti, Georgia offers a unique travel experience that blends history, culture and natural beauty. Have you been to any of these places, or are they on your bucket list? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Alluring Atlas for more travel inspiration. Hit that like button and share this video with anyone planning their next adventure. Until next time, safe travels, and we'll see you on the road. Stay tuned for our upcoming episodes where we explore more hidden gems in Europe, Asia and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.